Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Jessa Duggar Seawald is sharing an update about her baby boy. On Monday, November 10th, the reality TV star 33 shared a video on her YouTube where she talked about her 33rd birthday plans, as well as gave an update on how she's trying to heal a rash that was appearing on her 3-month-old son Edward's head and torso. Big update on Edward. He has had this rash. It looks like cradle cap, but it's not cradle cap because it's itchy, and cradle cap is not supposed to be itchy, she explained. And so, I made the decision about a week ago to go off of dairy, so I've not had dairy in about a week. I'm wondering if he has something that one of my other kiddos had. Henry had the same rash on his head, eczema, under his arms and all of his creases. And when I went dairy-free when he was about 4 months old, all of his stuff cleared up, the mom of 6 added. I'm hoping it's just the same issue for Edward. So, I'm giving it a try. Jessa, who shares her kids with husband Ben Seawald, went on to share that her son's skin has been clearing up after 1 week without dairy. His skin is looking a lot clearer already, said Jessa. He still has some rash-like on his torso, but his head is looking so much better. So, I really think that dairy might be the key, but that is not fun. The Counting On star reflected on how difficult life without dairy is, noting that she misses milk in her coffee and loves to have ice cream on her birthday. However, she added that her baby boy breaking out with a rash is a big deal, making the sacrifice worth it. I think it's also sort of hard to eat out when you're dairy-free because I'm always thinking like, oh, is this really dairy-free? Did they put butter on this? Did they forget? Jessa said, I don't have anything severe like celiac or something like that where it's going to be the biggest deal ever. But I would say your baby breaking out with a rash is kind of a big deal. And so I know it's uncomfortable for him. He wants to itch his little head. It's so sad, she added. So we'll have to find somewhere to eat out for my birthday that will be dairy-free. Before Jessa and Ben's wedding on November 1, 2014, the 19 kids and counting alum was already thinking about becoming a mom. We both want to have a big family, she told People at the time. The couple welcomed their first child, son Spurgeon, in November 2015. Their second son, Henry, was born in February 2017, followed by their daughter Ivy in May 2019. After experiencing a pregnancy loss in 2020, Jessa welcomed another daughter, Fern, in July 2021. After another miscarriage in 2022, she gave birth to the pair's 5th child, son George. In March 2025, the couple announced that they were expecting their 6th child. They later shared that their new baby boy, Edward, was born on July 26, 2025. The Duggar family has never been short on emotional stories, faith-filled testimonies, and moments that tug at the heartstrings of longtime fans. Over the years, viewers have seen Jessa Duggar Seawald grow up on television, from a bright, disciplined young girl on 19 Kids and Counting to a confident, faith-centered wife and mother on Counting On. But recently, Jessa took to social media to share a deeply personal update that left fans both relieved and emotional. A major health update about her 3-month-old son Edward. The news sparked an outpouring of support and curiosity from followers who've been invested in her journey through motherhood, family life, and the ups and downs of being a Duggar in the public eye. As Jessa opened up about her baby boy's health, she also offered heartfelt reflections on faith, resilience, and the emotional roller coaster that comes with parenting a newborn. This is the full story behind Jessa Duggar's emotional big update, one that sheds light not only on baby Edward's health but also on how the young mom has grown stronger through life's storms. A growing family and new beginnings. When Jessa and Ben Seawald welcomed their 5th child earlier this year, it felt like a moment of renewal for the couple. After a series of challenges, including Jessa's heartbreaking miscarriage in 2022, their home was once again filled with the joyful sounds of a newborn. They named their son Edward, a traditional name that Jessa said just felt right. In a touching Instagram post announcing his birth, she wrote, Our little man is finally here, and we are so thankful to God for this precious gift of life." Fans immediately flooded the comments section with congratulations, rejoicing that after so much pain, the SeaWorld family had received a beautiful blessing. But as the weeks went by, sharp-eyed followers began noticing that Jessa was quieter than usual online. There were no typical baby milestones, no family vlogs featuring Edward's first smiles, and no long posts about sleepless nights or new routines. Some wondered if she was simply enjoying a private postpartum period, but others suspected there might be more to the story. Hints of concern. A mother's quiet worry. In late September, during one of her rare YouTube updates, Jessa mentioned that Edward had been having some challenges, but didn't elaborate. Her words were brief, but fans could feel the weight behind them. She said softly, "It's been a bit of a roller coaster since his birth. We've had some appointments and things we've been monitoring." That small statement sent ripples through the Duggar fan community. Many longtime viewers know that Jessa tends to stay composed even during tough times, so the fact that she hinted at challenges sparked both concern and prayers across social media. Speculation began to swirl. Was baby Edward facing a health complication? Was it something serious, or just a common newborn issue? As days turned into weeks, Jessa remained silent until now. The big update. Jessa finally speaks out. In a heartfelt YouTube video titled, "Our Big Health Update on Baby Edward," Jessa finally opened up about what she and Ben had been going through behind the scenes. The 25-minute video, filmed in her cozy Arkansas home, captured a side of Jessa that fans hadn't seen in a while, vulnerable, tired, but filled with peace. "Edward gave us a little scare early on," she began, holding her baby boy close as he cooed softly in her arms. "When he was just a few weeks old, we started noticing that he wasn't gaining weight like the doctors wanted him to. He was feeding, but not thriving the way our other babies had." The revelation struck a chord with many parents watching. Weight issues in newborns are common, but for Jessa, whose pregnancy journey had already been emotionally taxing, the experience was especially nerve-wracking. She continued, "As a mom, it's terrifying when you feel like your baby isn't growing the way they should. You blame yourself, you question everything you're doing. We had multiple checkups, tests, and adjustments to his feeding routine. Eventually, after consulting pediatric specialists, Jessa and Ben discovered that Edward had a mild digestive issue that was preventing him from properly absorbing nutrients. Thankfully, it was treatable with dietary adjustments and a careful feeding schedule. We were so relieved to learn that it wasn't anything life-threatening," Jessa said, her voice breaking slightly. "But those weeks of waiting, praying, and not knowing were some of the hardest we've faced as parents. Faith in the midst of fear. Anyone who's followed the Duggar family knows that their faith is at the center of everything they do, and Jessa's handling of Edward's health scare was no different. Throughout her update, she spoke openly about the spiritual battle she faced in those uncertain weeks. "There were nights I couldn't sleep," she admitted. "I'd just sit there holding Edward, praying over him. I asked God to give me peace no matter what the outcome was." Ben, ever the supportive husband, also shared his perspective in the video. "It's hard seeing your wife carry that kind of burden," he said. "We both leaned heavily on prayer and scripture. It reminded us that every child is a gift and every day we have with them is a blessing." Jessa nodded as she added, "We wanted to share this because I know there are so many moms out there going through similar struggles, maybe not the exact same issue, but that same fear that something could go wrong. You're not alone." Her honesty and transparency resonated deeply with viewers, many of whom shared their own stories of early motherhood challenges in the comments section. Fans react. Relief and gratitude flood social media. Within hours of posting, Jessa's video racked up hundreds of thousands of views. Fans from around the world left heartfelt messages thanking her for her vulnerability. One commenter wrote, "As a new mom who went through a similar issue, I cried watching this. Thank you for reminding us that it's okay to be scared but still trust God." Another added, "Jessa's growth over the years is so inspiring. She's not the shy young woman from the early 19 kids days anymore. She's a strong, faith-filled mother leading by example. Even longtime Duggar critics acknowledged that Jessa's openness felt refreshing. For years, the family has faced accusations of portraying overly perfect lives on TV. But Jessa's decision to share her fears and tears stripped away that image, revealing something deeply human and relatable. The turning point. Edward's health takes a positive turn. The best part of Jessa's update, of course, was the good news. Baby Edward is now thriving. With a bright smile, Jessa shared that after following the doctor's guidance and adjusting his feedings, Edward began gaining weight steadily. "He's doing amazing now," she said proudly. "He's strong, alert, and hitting all his milestones." The relief in her voice was undeniable. After months of worry, the Seawald family could finally breathe again. In true Jessa fashion, she turned the focus back to gratitude. "We're just so thankful to the Lord for hearing our prayers," she said. "We've seen firsthand how fragile life is and how powerful faith can be." She also shared a touching moment that melted viewers' hearts. A short clip of her older children, Spurgeon, Henry, Ivy, and Fern, playing with baby Edward. The sound of laughter filled the room as Ivy gently placed a tiny blanket over her brother. "He's our miracle baby," she said sweetly, echoing her mother's sentiment. A mother's reflection. Lessons learned from fear. Toward the end of her video, Jessa took a few moments to reflect on what this experience taught her. It wasn't just about medicine or patience, it was about surrender. "I realized that I can't control everything," she said. "As moms, we want to fix every problem, protect our children from every hurt. But sometimes, all we can do is pray and trust God's plan." She admitted that she used to think motherhood was about perfection, keeping up with routines, documenting every milestone, always appearing composed. But baby Edward's health scare shifted that mindset. "Now," she said softly, "I see motherhood as more about grace than control. It's okay to admit when we are scared or overwhelmed. It doesn't make us weak, it makes us real." Her words struck a chord with fans who followed her journey from young bride to mother of 5. Jessa's evolution has been both public and profound, and this latest chapter might be her most authentic yet. Support from family and faith community. In the days following her post, Jessa revealed that her family, especially sisters Jill, Jana, and Joy Anna, rallied around her during those difficult weeks. "Joy came over so many times to help with the older kids," Jessa shared, "and Jill would check in constantly. We may all be in different stages of life, but when something happens, we're still there for each other." Fans appreciated hearing that, especially given the public speculation of tension between some Duggar siblings over the years. Jessa's comment reminded everyone that, beyond headlines and differences, family remains the Duggar foundation. The Seawald's church community also played a key role. "We had so many people praying for Edward," Ben said. "It reminded us how powerful community can be in moments of need, healing, growth, and moving forward." Now that Edward's health has stabilized, Jessa says she's finally allowing herself to enjoy the little things again: morning snuggles, baby giggles, and even the chaos of managing 5 young kids under one roof. She laughed as she admitted, "Our house is loud, messy, and full of love. And that's exactly how we like it." Ben chimed in with his signature humor. "If we can get everyone fed and asleep by 9 p.m., that's a win in our book." Fans have noticed that Jessa seems more relaxed and confident in her latest posts. Gone are the carefully curated photos and polished captions. Instead, she shares candid snapshots of real life, the spilled cereal, the sibling squabbles, and the tender moments that make it all worth it. One recent Instagram post showed her holding Edward close, his tiny hand gripping her finger. The caption read simply, "3 months of cuddles, prayers, and gratitude." It was a quiet but powerful reminder that sometimes the biggest miracles come in the smallest packages. The broader picture. The Duggars' changing narrative. Jessa's openness about Edward's health represents a shift not just for her, but for the Duggar family as a whole. In recent years, the once private siblings have begun reclaiming their individual voices, speaking more candidly about personal struggles and growth. From Jill Duggar Dillard's memoir Counting the Cost to Joy Anna's honest YouTube discussions about miscarriage and marriage struggles, the Duggar daughters are reshaping what transparency looks like in a family known for guarding its image. Jessa's update continues that trend. By choosing authenticity over perfection, she's helping redefine what it means to live a life of faith in the public eye. Fans have praised her for showing that even devout Christians face trials, doubts, and sleepless nights, but that faith remains the anchor through it all. A glimpse into the future. So what's next for the Seawald family? Jessa hinted that she's planning to share more lifestyle content in the coming months, everything from homeschooling tips to her favorite postpartum routines. But for now, she's focusing on what matters most: family time. "We are taking it one day at a time," she said. "Our hearts are full, and our home is full too." Then added with a smile, "We're not planning anything major right now, just soaking in this season. 5 kids feels like a good number, for now." That playful "for now" didn't go unnoticed by fans, who quickly filled the comments with laughing emojis and predictions about a future baby number 6. But Jessa made it clear she's content where she is. "We've been through so much," she said. "This season is about gratitude, healing, and celebrating the little victories." Why this story matters. In the ever-evolving world of reality TV and social media, authenticity can feel rare. But Jessa Duggar's story stands as a beautiful reminder that vulnerability is strength, and that sharing our struggles can bring light to others walking the same road. Her big health update wasn't just about Edward's recovery, it was about hope. It was about learning to trust when things are uncertain, finding peace in prayer, and choosing joy even in fear. As one fan beautifully commented under her video, "This story reminded me that God is still in the business of miracles." Thank you, Jessa, for reminding us to keep faith even when we can't see the outcome. From fear to faith, today baby Edward is healthy, smiling, and growing fast, a living symbol of perseverance and grace. Jessa's home is once again filled with laughter, baby giggles, and the comforting rhythm of family life. But beyond the adorable photos and heartwarming updates, there's something deeper happening. A woman who has learned to embrace imperfection, trust in divine timing, and share her journey not as a celebrity, but as a mother walking by faith. And in that sense, Jessa Duggar's big update isn't just news, it's an inspiration.